Select broadcast. There we go. All right. Let me make sure I have everything set up correctly. Make sure the audio is good. Make sure that people can actually hear me this time. I cannot tell you guys how many times I start doing this stuff. And you would think after so many years of doing this stuff that I would know what I'm doing. But the secret is I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, let's get some video ping. Let's get some people in here. We got ourselves Kaiju Jelly. And we're gonna go ahead and start this. Kaiju Jelly right now. It's on sale. And let's see. Let me look at announcements, or let me look at what was it? DS update logs. Kaiju Jelly will be going limited and tradable 4/11 during Friday's update. So 4/11 is whenever this thing's going to be limited. So you can get it right now, and you can get like 50k super easily. But let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. Also, hello Clayton, I am doing all right. Let me actually click select on this guy. Where is my GELIO? That is a great question. Oh look, he flied. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, hold on. That was a joke. That was a joke. I was joking. I was joking about that. This thing needs its stats nerfed, bro. 100%. The flying, it needs its stat nerfed, like, now. This thing's gonna screw with Evanicus so hard. Right now, this thing needs a nerf. Right this second, this thing needs a nerf. Right now. Because I can guarantee you this thing can swim. We just got a better Pteranodon, guys. We just got a better Pteranodon. This thing's literally a better Pteranodon. That's insane. I was joking. You guys heard me say that I was joking, right? Oh my god, dude. What is going on with this game? What in the world, man? This is the creature from Pacific Rim, I'm pretty sure. The flying one with the acid breath or whatever, the acid spit. You guys got to give it like a lot more moisture, I feel like, and like less damage or less health, because this is crazy already. This is already insane. Yeah, Otachi. This is actually insanity. This is going to be Draco. You guys remember Draco, the Elasmo skin? You remember how like potent that thing was? Even though it couldn't walk? That's what GELIO's about to be. That's literally what GELIO's about to be. I can already see it right now. Before anything even happens, this thing's going to be terrifying. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at this creature. Let me turn up the volume. Alright, so we got the... Okay, let me turn off the... Jesus, man. That's crazy. Alright. Let me actually get to an area where you guys can see this creature without, like, so much grass. Alright. Alright, so we got the roar. Oh, he's got a split tongue. Alright. We got the growl. That's a cool growl. We got the call. That's kind of insane. Alright, we got the bite. And the simple headbutt. Yeah, headbutt or just a regular bite. Alright. Let's see the AoE. It's not that bad. I was expecting some, like, hand swipes or something. This is alright. Dude, it'd be so funny if it, like, spit out, like, acid or something like that. As it's, like, AoE animation or something. That would be crazy. So, I mean, it's still got, like, a suit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still got that 0.8 attack speed. I mean, look at that. That's insane. Oh, man. Today is a bad day to be an Evanicus player. Can I, like, grab things with my feet and, like... I feel like I need to be able to grab something with my feet and then just bring it up to the stratosphere and drop it. You know what I mean? just like bye bye Gypsy Danger. You know? Yeah, this thing's gonna be super OP. I I can already tell. I can already tell this thing's already gonna be super powerful. Uh, we're gonna look at the other model, and then we'll probably go into a public for a little while. Probably, you know, stream for like 30 minutes to an hour. I'm just hanging out in publics and whatnot. Hopefully not losing my GELIO. But Hatzegopteryx also got a remodel. Now I forget that vampire hats is the thing. Old hats. I feel like we had a hats before this. This was also, I believe this was made by Inda. Model, yeah, made by Inda. Yeah, he's doing all the pterosaurs right now. I bet they need to, bro. That is scary. Those stats are, I can't play Evanicus. I can't play Evanicus with that thing on the loose. Are you kidding me? We get Hatzegopteryx. I'm still not a huge fan of the wing membranes of these models. They like clip a little bit too much. I don't know. I understand it's probably the reason why they do it like this is for like, latency. Like if you ever play around like a bunch of wyverns, like the skin wyvern for hats, you'll know what I mean. Okay, that's got a pretty interesting fly down animation. We are prepared for a brand new flight system very soon. So, and I believe this thing has the same roars. For some reason, I'm sorry, I feel like the membranes need to extend like further. Like, and I need like a membrane right here. I could be wrong, you know, if Blameson's here, Blameson can tell me, Jay, you are incorrect. You know nothing about Asdarkids, which is fair. I probably don't. Is that the new Skibbity model? No, I'm gonna die because you said that. But let's see the bite. That's about what I expected to peck. The AoE. That's not what I expected for an AoE. It's got the same sounds. Drink animation, you know. About what you'd expect. Eat animation. It's about what you'd expect. You will be able to trade the GELIO skin. Yes, you will be able to trade that. Just not yet. So, I vibe with this. It's fair. It's good for a base model. I'm not like I said, not a huge fan of the wing membranes, but I understand why they do it like that. I totally get why. But this new GELIO skin is insane. I did manage to get some of the more classics. You know, if you guys want me to do a giveaway with some of the classics, I can buy a few more eggs. And like, you know, if there's specific things that people want, I could maybe pass them about. Like, let me see if I have any. Let's see if throwback. Okay, so right now I just have a bunch of throwback Megalodons, throwback Spinosaurus, Argentinos, and Alamedas. Because I've kind of like thrown all of them into SDNA. So, we'll see. This thing's insane. This thing's actually crazy. Let's see this thing's drink animation. I don't think I did that. It's about what you expect for a drink animation. What about eat? Yeah, that's about what I expected. Will it go limited? Yes. This is going limited on 4/11/25. Right? So this little thing will be limited. It is, what is it, 25% off right now? It starts at 50k, but right now it's about 37k, so right now is the time to get this thing. So you have time to get this, but it will go limited, and it will be tradable. And it flies. It's a GELIO skin that flies. I'm gonna call it now that this thing's gonna get nerfed, especially once we get the flying changes. This thing has to get nerfed. I would love for this thing to be like quick and stuff, but I can't have this thing beating Evanicus, bro. We're gonna have a problem if this thing can beat Evanicus. I'm sorry, but it legally cannot have this thing beat Evanicus. Absolutely not fair. Absolutely not fair. If this thing doesn't get nerfed and it beats Evanicus, it will just prove my theory. It will just prove my theory. But I'll hop into some publics and, you know, so you guys can like join me or whatever. So let's go ahead and hop into a public. And you guys are saying, no, you don't want Gelio has a baby model? It does? I'm not gonna get my Gelio killed. We'll see if I can't find somebody with a baby Gelio. Oh, Enda's in here. I joined Enda. This thing's actually insane. Oh my god. I just see a wing, like, fly over my head. Alright, see ya, Alamo. This thing's gotta get nerfed, dude. Dude, I'm terrified to even play in servers now that this thing just exists. This thing has 28 speed, dude. And it's a Gelio skin. Oh my god. Kaiju Spinosaurus. That was terrifying. Yeah, like Evanicus is literally, like, actually unable to fight against this. What do you mean, is it worth it? It flies. What do you mean, is it worth it? This thing's gotta get nerfed. I think they better change the meta. Dude, I'm so scared for this thing. This thing's definitely deadly. Dude, even if they took away the bleed off this thing, I still think it's too powerful. We're about to see a 1v1 in real time. What is that little Spino doing? I mean, it's getting ranged. That could be that this guy just is bad. Well, that was dumb. You're flying too low, man. I hope this thing has, like, horrible range. Your camera's off for me? Oh, wow. That's a good point. That's a really good point. So these two just 1v1'd, and Gelio lost. New Kaiju looks mid. Going limited, so I would even if you don't think it's very good, I would still get it because it's going limited, and this thing could be worth a good amount in the future. See, this guy gets it. This guy gets it. You guys are about to see like 1 billion of these, like literally everywhere. Man, I just did a Meta Mysteries episode, man. This happens every time. Every time. I always do Meta Mysteries episode. Thank God it wasn't Gelio. Thank God it wasn't Gelio. But it looks like I know what we're going to be doing next. Is it based on anything? Yes, it's based off Otachi from Pacific Rim. If you've ever seen that movie. I really wish they made they really wish they made a sequel to that movie, but they never did. And don't listen to anybody when they tell you that they did, because they didn't. Let's see. Let me pull up a picture of Otachi for you guys. Alright. So, see if I can get this. Boop. Oh, I need to move this up. There we go. Oh, it went away. I swear I'm good at this stuff. Alright, let's see if I can get this to work. There we go. That is Otachi. That's what this thing's based off of. Otachi. From Pacific Rim. It's the big guy that spits acid at, what is it, like Chernobyl or something like that? I'm not, like, I like Pacific Rim, but I'm not, like, super in there, you know? Look, Ronald YRG, there isn't a second movie. As far as I'm concerned, there was never a second Pacific Rim. That doesn't exist. It just simply does not exist. How to get Kaiju. So this thing is only 50K. It's, well, right now it's 25% off, so it's about 37K. And it's under GELIO Ichthyes. It is DNA. So just DNA. So make sure to, you know, farm up this stuff. It's literally just right here. I bought it at the beginning of the stream. So if you're wondering, it's just right here. Right next to throwback. Let's see. It is technically weak. It's technically weaker, but it's not weak enough. It's literally just old GELIO stats. And it still has 1 bleed. And 0.9. That's ridiculous. These stats are ridiculous. This is crazy. This is not enough of a nerf. This is not enough of a nerf. That is not enough of a nerf. Dude, Evanicus went from 1710, what was it, like, 135, 30, and then, like, the speed, right? And then it had 2 bleed, down to this, because it could glide, right? Flying is significantly stronger than gliding. So let me just put this out right now. That is not enough of a nerf. That is simply not enough. If you guys remember, Draco, this thing was terrifying. For the longest time, this thing was an absolute menace. Alright, there. I will pin this for anyone who's wondering. That gets pinned. It's 30 new GELIO skin. But you guys remember Draco. You guys remember how much of a menace this thing used to be. That is what GELIO's gonna be. Because GELIO still had... Look, regular GELIO has 1 bleed. 0.8, right? By the way, GELIO just got buffed. Like, this is literally just got buffed. Like, let me look at the stat server. Make sure I'm not being an idiot. Yeah, so GELIO went from... GELIO Ichthyes... Literally. Let me pull this picture up. Hopefully the balance team's not gonna get mad at me for pointing this out. But this was GELIO's old stats. This is what GELIO used to be, right? And this is what we have now. Right now, look at Kaiju Jelly Ichthyes. Lost 10 damage, right? And then actually has more, right? It has the buffed version of the attack speed. So this thing is literally just the old GELIO stats. Is it from Avatar Pacific Rim? It's from Pacific Rim. It's Otachi from Pacific Rim. So this thing needs a nerf right now. Let's see, because I remember Griffin Yudi. Let's see what Griffin Yudi is. Griffin Yudi's kind of weak though. I just know this thing's gonna be dangerous, and the fact that it's a hybrid. Evanicus is gonna struggle, dude. Evanicus is faster than it, but I don't think that GELIO should be beating Evanicus. I will forever stand by that. I still need to get pitch coconut. I haven't been able to see any of the eggs, or not the eggs, but the thing. It's Alameda, dude. Real. It's another flying hybrid. It's the carnivore flying hybrid that everybody wanted, but it's all terrain. Like, look at this, bro. That's insane. With Draco, which people were like, it shouldn't walk, like, very well, was because it was going to be too powerful. This thing can walk and swim. It's a buffed up, like, Pteranodon. Hybrid dinosaurs is FNAF animatronics. Evanicus is Mangle. Not biased at all. Definitely not biased at all. Definitely not. Yeah, an all-terrain Jelly. It's I don't know, guys. This is a bit. I really am a fan of it. I think the model looks great. I think it's really well animated and well made overall. But man, especially with those new changes. Robert, the new update is this skin right here. This is the Kaiju Jelly, and it flies. Yes, this is available right now. It is under GELIO. It is 37k right now, DNA, but that's with the discount. So it's going to be more in the future, right? Right now there's a 25% discount because of the event. In the future, it's going to be worth 50k, and it's going limited 4/11. Yes, I think it does need lower moisture, like significantly lower moisture. Like 150. I'd say like, dude, I'd say less than that, dude. I'd say like 100, if even. This thing's dangerous. Like, I don't know. I'll have to put some testing into it. I'm hoping that it's terrible, and I'm sorry to everybody who likes this. I really am hoping and praying this thing's terrible. Because this thing is stupid powerful. 40 moisture would be good. Yeah, like 40 or 50 I feel like would be pretty solid. But I'm sure they don't want to keep this thing unfun, so I understand it. But we'll have to see it with the flight changes. See how it performs. Because you guys have seen all like the realistic flying changes. I'm sure of it. Preying on Jelio's downfall, Dino Ink being... Dude, we already know the beef between me and Gelio Ichthyes. We already know the beef. Alright. There's no beef between me and Blamison. Blamison did an excellent job on creating Gelio. Gelio is such a cool creature. But, man. Wrong time, man. Yeah, 37k right now. Okay, so let me explain this to you, Sino. So, Evanicus, right, was the glass cannon hybrid that was speedy, and it would attack, and it was fast, right? It was fast, and it attacked fast, and it did a lot of damage. It was a glass cannon, right? And for a good amount of time, right, it was good because it didn't have to be balanced around anything like it, right? And then Gelio entered the scene, right? It was as Skila initially, which I thought Skila as a Devasaur should have been a skin for Megavore. I had always thought that. That had been my idea for like the longest time, right? And then Gelio got added, and Gelio became significantly cooler, and people started caring about how good it was, because whenever it was Skila, it really didn't matter how good it was, because it was Skila. It was barely a creature. It was barely its own thing. But Gelio got changed, and it became like an actually like really cool thing and well made, but it also became really powerful and kind of knocked AV off of the spot of being the glass cannon hybrid. And now AV's just kind of weak, right? Gelio can beat Evanicus. That's like my main draw of it. Gelio and Evanicus are kind of always fighting over like who's better, who's bigger, right? And people like are just like people are against Evanicus like hard, and that's because Evanicus was just absolutely terrifying in 2018. People still feel the pain from 2018 and hold it against Evanicus to this day. I guarantee that. So, me when King Gelio, where is the plush? I've been waiting, senior. Plushes aren't super popular. Size Slasher Evanicus. Size Slasher needs to be changed, remodeled, and changed to Yellow Jacket Evanicus. RIP AV 2025 got dogged on by Flying Gelio. Set real. That is what's going to happen. You're just going to have to run from these things. That's really your only escape from this guy, is running. This thing can... These things might be able to beat a Alametus. Regular Alametuses? I don't know, man. Do I know where Primordial Abyss is? Yes, I do. Here, I can show you right now. I will show you right this second. Let me swim down there. Hello, Miku. Hello there, little animal. So Primordial Abyss, you come right here from the core region, right here. This is theoretically where this thing would come from. And you'd swim right down here. all the way down here. You go wilderness, and you start seeing these like glowing things down here. And you get to the Primordial Abyss, which is honestly where this thing would come from. This is a place like I literally never go. Like ever. Like you could definitely farm down here with like if you want to AFK farm with like Kaiju Titan or something with a higher growth rate that doesn't have any oxygen, this is a great place for it. They should have like a secret area down here that just has oxygen in it. That'd be cool. Like have a bubble of oxygen. I got you. No worries. Alright. Now to go back up. And look at that. Doesn't even have any, like, has 0 oxygen. It is slower in the water, I will say that, which is nice. Not that much, though. Not that much slower. It's only, like, 1 speed slower. You guys can call me a GELIO, a Kaiju Jelly hater, or just GELIO hater, and you wouldn't necessarily be wrong. This thing would just evade everything. Yeah, I mean, if one of you guys want to join and test out its range, we can. Here, let me go to my private server and we'll test. Oh my god, there's so many of them. You can just hear it. You can just hear all the Hatsune Miku. I still love Batsune Biku, bro. Gotta be one of my new favorite skins. It's just so funny. Alright, this time I will remember to turn back on the camera. There we go. There you go. You guys can see it. It's Otachi. Yes, it is Otachi. Okay, I will share my... Let me go this. Alright. For anybody who wants to test out GELIO's range, feel free to join the private server, and we will do some testing about Otachi. And I will make a nest. Where is the bridge? There it is. I was right there. Alright, let's get some testing done. Only rule, just don't murder people unless you're like given permission. I gotta wait a few seconds. See, they need to like take that away in like the private servers. Alright. Let me invite you guys. We need some grown GELIOs. We need to test out GELIO. Base GELIO skin is theoretically the best one still, from what I remember. But we will have to see. And it's gonna be crazy because when the update comes out, you guys are gonna see, or whenever my newest Meta Mysteries episode comes out, you guys are gonna see the GELIO that I picked, and it was literally before the skin even came out. I literally recorded it like yesterday. And it's in the process of being edited right now. Like, I literally just recorded one. Also, thank you for that, Sino. That means a lot, man. Alright, you guys come to the nest. Let's go, let's go. And trying on a regional bonus, what? Alright, we need to test the range. Here, make a pack and make it like a nest over here. Make a pack with the nest. Do it over there. Alright. Yes. 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 Invite Fiery. I got you. Wait, I recognize your name, Fiery. Why do I recognize your name? Alright. I'm gonna run out of moisture. Let me get some moisture real quick. My favorite... Dude, this one, yeah, definitely one of my top favorites, for sure. I mean, we have Raiju, and now we have Otachi. Okay, so we'll do a range test. Alright, let's see. You have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me, dude. You actually have to be joking me right now. There is no way, dude. There is no way, dude. Are you joking me? This thing can fly. This thing can fly and swim and has a 0.9 attack rate and 1 bleed. That's crazy. That is actually insane. This proves the theory that the stat team and the bounce team hate Evanicus. They hate it. They've said it multiple times. They hate Evanicus. The hatred for Evanicus is ridiculous. Oh my god. And it's only going to get worse whenever they change the flight, because I'm telling you, they are going to nerf AB whenever the glide changes come in. I'm telling you they're going to do it. Mock my words now, they're going to do it. Alright. Let's go sidebox. Alright. Well, back up. Back up. Alright, there we go. Theoretically, the sideboxing will be not as good. But as it currently... I mean, look at how low his health is after, like, a few bites, man. Alright. Okay, so he can hit me from there. So let's see. That's ridiculous. It's like little... Oh my god. The stat team is going to... Let's see if I can skybox. I'm hoping that it can't. Alright. AoE. Come on, AoE me. You can Oh my god. I'm so mad, guys. I'm so pissed off. Oh, I'm laughing out of anger. I'm not even lying. I'm so mad right now. Are you kidding me? 0.9. 1 bleed. Flying. Swimming. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This isn't... Am I crazy to think that this is ridiculous? Do you guys think that this is a fair thing for Evanicus just to get slapped silly around? Alright. And it beats regular GELIO. This thing needs to get nerfed. Like, immediately. Immediately nerf this thing. Because it's also going limited. Think about it. If you are too poor to afford this thing, and this thing goes limited, you're going to lose to... If you have regular GELIO, you're going to lose to this thing. This thing needs a nerf. Immediately. Or buff everything else. Especially Evanicus. Buff Evanicus. Evanicus loses to every hybrid, pretty much. Pretty much every hybrid it loses to. Without fail. And now with this thing, it's gonna lose to GELIO. Like, no matter what. Alright, here, we got a side box. Alright. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Okay. So, the side boxing on this thing is a little bit worse. But, like, not by much. No, well, actually, maybe I'm wrong. There we go. About, like, 3 steps. This thing should only glide when it leaps out of the water. It's going limited on 4/11. 4/11. So you got, like, over a week, dude. You're like, if you need to save up DNA, you have time. But you can make, like, 400k within 24 hours. So it won't be that hard. This is... No, dude, yeah, like, literally, like it... Evanicus is faster than this thing, but that's genuinely not... Like, if you're in the middle of a fight, and they have done some damage to you, and they bring out a Kaiju Jelly, you're done. You're toast. There's nothing you can do. You're just dead. Like, you're done for. This thing's only 50k. It's 37k right now, but it's gonna be 50k. This is so yeah. This thing's meta. This thing's the best Gelio skin, like hands down already. This is the best Gelio skin. I don't even have to look at anything else. All right, let's re-invite people. Like this is, I don't know, man. This is, I feel like this thing needs a hard nerf. You guys can tell me if you think I'm wrong. But I don't think I am. I don't believe I am. I could be listening to an echo chamber of yes men. That is also not possible, but I genuinely think this is problematic. I genuinely think Evanicus should be at least 1600 health. At least 1600 health. At least. This thing cannot fight. Like, Evanicus cannot fight this thing. Because if this thing goes to yellow, you know what it does? It goes up. It flies. It flies away. The way Alamedes isn't too strong is Alamedes is slow. This thing's not slow. And this thing theoretically should be weaker because it can fly. You know, people always give me the argument of like Evanicus shouldn't be able to glide, or Evanicus is, you know, too big, or Evanicus should be weak because of the fact that it can glide and therefore it had thin bones. This thing would have thinner bones because it's a flying kaiju. We need Evanicus stats changed. I think let's cook up. What do we think the changes should be for this thing? You're a crybaby. Hey man, that's fair if you think that. That's totally fair if you think that. But let me tell you, AGP, I've been a part of this game for several years, and I understand what makes things good and what makes things bad. My opinion might not be the same as yours, but there's a reason why I'm saying it. And I would love to know exactly why you think this thing shouldn't get nerfed. Honestly, I want to know why. Because if you were around during Draco, this thing right here, this thing was hugely problematic. You could not play a server without this thing around. And we are literally about to get a flight change that's going to make all the flying creatures, like, even better, because they're going to be faster. So, I like overpowered stuff, fun for cozying. You like overpowered things? I got a creature right here for you. Right here. This thing is ridiculously powerful. This thing has some of the best range in the game. This thing does 170 damage. It's got 1800 health. This thing is insanely powerful. Right? So, if you want something powerful, you got Albino Terror. And Megavore as well. Megavore is also super powerful. Super powerful. Right? Gelio, this thing is the redheaded stepchild of the hybrids, and I will forever believe that. I'm so sorry, Blamison. Amazingly well made, amazing concept. This is ridiculous, though. This is like I said earlier. Gelio just got buffed. These are Gelio's new stats, right? If you look right here to the left of the screen, right, this thing has Gelio's old health, and it has Gelio's old attack rate. Or actually, it has and it's got more speed. Yes, it's got less defense, but it only has like a little bit. Honestly, that much health, that much damage. And that's still probably going to be super powerful. Because right now, it's got better range than regular Gelio. And it still has one bleed. It's not like it's weak. It's still got a bleed. And it flies. Gelio was already good. So, the buff is whatever. The Evanicus. Oops, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Evanicus, 1500 health is ridiculous. Where's classic Evanicus? 1600. 140. I'm thinking that's at least what Evanicus needs to be. This is at least what Evanicus needs to be. Evanicus needs to be something. Just to have it. Dude, Evanicus was at its best time when it was 1708, 135 damage, and I think it was like 25 defense. And it still had the old speed. It still had the 32 glide sprint, which I mean, and now it has again, which I'm super happy about. But Evanicus, man. Dude, I have to fight. Dude, every time I play this game, I always have to fight. We'll get like a small time where Evanicus is really good, and then they'll just, like, whenever I stop talking about Evanicus, right, it just gets slapped into the ground again. And then I'll talk about it again, it gets buffed. Down, up, down. That's Evanicus's, like, entire life cycle. This thing isn't, like... Oh, man. What are the chances of getting Megavore on the wheel? It's low. It's possible. One of my buddies got Galbarrow not that long ago. How did you make your menu black? Oh, it's just this. It's just under this UI color right here, and you can pick the UI color. You can even put in like a hex code if you want like a specific color. Like if I wanted Dynamite green, I could figure out what to do. I just like the black because it's like nice and let me turn off camera shake. Whoops. What? Hold on. Is it 0? Is that what it is? Yeah, it's all zeros. There we go. And that's how you just make it black. I just like it because it's like dark, and then like whenever I'm playing at night, I don't get like flashbang. I mean, I'm getting flashbang right now by this, but I don't get flashbang. I got Space Gallimimus from the gacha. Is that good or no? No. No. Galactic Gallimimus is terrible. I'm sorry. You did not get it something good. I like Galactic Gallimimus. I like the Galactics. You might be able to sell it for a good amount for SDNA. I'd have to check though. Let's look and see if it's at least worth something in SDNA, which it's probably not. Gal. Hold on. Galactic Gallimimus. Oh, I have 2 of them. It's only 150. It's probably worth more for the SDNA than anything. I didn't even realize I had 2 of them. When you joined, I joined at 2018. I joined, I don't even know when, dude. It was a while ago. All I can say is I got Evanicus when it first came out, and Evanicus has never been as good ever since. Because if you guys, let me give you an example of what old Evanicus used to be like. Because people will lie to you, and they will tell you that current Evanicus is better than old Evanicus, which is a lie. 1710, 244, 30 defense. That's old Evanicus. This is old Evanicus. That is exactly old Evanicus' stats. This thing was an absolute powerhouse. This thing was terrifying back in the day. Now, obviously, it didn't have this attack rate because this... I don't remember what the attack rate was. The damages were also different back then. So, if anything, the comparable damage would be like 144 now. Would probably be around what it used to be. Did you see Black Hole Spinosaurus? I did see it. I'm pretty sure it is real. I'm pretty sure Enda made that. I could be wrong. I'd honestly have to check. But, yeah. Comparable would be like 144 today. Would be what it is. And 3.5 bleed. Also, let me see if Albino still has 2 bleed. No, it has 1 bleed. Thank the Lord. Albino had 2 bleed for a second there, and I was really upset. But, oh man, GELIO. What an evil creature. I will forever hate this thing. But these stats are a little bit better. These stats I feel like are a little bit better. Because it accounts for it being able to fly. It accounts for it being able to range literally like Evanicus and GELIO both. Because I'm sure people want to keep the speed. I would still nerf this, the moisture down to like maybe 100. Because this is a little high. Enemy, it still has infinite oxygen, dude. Hater? I am a hater. I've explained it already why I'm a hater. I am a GELIO hater. GELIO, look. GELIO conceptually is a really awesome creature. And I think Blamison absolutely knocked it out of the water with this thing's concept. Absolutely. But it absolutely destroyed Evanicus' reputation. Just everything about Evanicus. It just took Evanicus and tossed it out the window. And now it's fighting for, what, 4th place with Evanicus? Not even. To be honest, I think GELIO have that stats you put. I think these stats would be fine. I still think this would be super powerful at these stats. and wouldn't be completely useless. People might see this like 90 damage and think that that's not very good, but that's 90 damage is like right there at 100. And it still has 1 bleed plus a 0.9 cooldown. That's still really good. Yeah, this thing still has this. It has 1 more, like 0.1 second faster, or sorry, 0.1 slower attack rate than regular GELIO. So this thing is actually like a powerhouse. And for anyone who's looking at the stream right now, this is not the base stats. I just changed the thing stats. You made it a Kaiju Archelon victim? Good. Then it has something that can counter it. It's stupid powerful. Stop crying, little bro. I'm not crying. I'm making a statement about the game. Also, you, my friend, be quiet. You're annoying. Anyways. Look, AGP, I'm super cool with constructive criticism and telling me you think differently. I'm cool with that. Just saying that I'm crying, not really doing anything. Just gonna get yourself muted. So, but these are the actual stats. These are the real stats for anyone who's wondering. It has 1350, which is insane. Oh yeah, he just got muted. It's okay. Ow, that was rude. Oh, it does. It does have a baby version. Look at that. Would you look at that? It's like a much darker version. It's a baby GELIO. I vibe with that, actually. That's like it's the more darker version of it. That's cool. It's got less spines. Oh. Now it's grown. Base GELIO should be like 120 damage, 1385, 25 armor, maybe 0.7 cooldown. I don't know with GELIO, man. I think I hate GELIO too much in order to give a fair stat change, except for this one. That 1190 damage, that was fair. Because I didn't change anything else. No nerf GELIO? Hey man, that's fair. Hey, look, I'm not saying base GELIO. Base GELIO, whatever. I'm not going to get anywhere with that thing. People always think it needs to be buffed, which is insane. But this thing does need a nerf. It's already better than base GELIO. Because, I mean, you can't run from this thing. Like, as GELIO, like I think, I don't even think you're fast. Yeah, you're not faster than it. You can't run from, unless you are staying in the water, you can't run from this thing as GELIO. This thing is going to make other GELIOs stay in the water. And it can chase you in there. So if you get, like, a pack of these things, you own a server. I don't like GELIO, though. Well, he was just an irrelevant hybrid. He lost the vote and was added anyways. Exactly. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. That is my whole point. Skila lost the vote against Evanicus, got retroactively added in afterwards, and then became better than Evanicus. And people think that I'm so evil and I'm hateful and all these things. Have you done it versus Alamedas? Sure, we can test the range against it. This isn't really flat ground, I don't think, but this is fine. Alright. Guys, come on! That's not ridiculous to you guys? That's not insane? Look, again, I like GELIO, like, as a creature. I think GELIO is a cool creature. I just don't think it should be this powerful. Especially not a flying version of this. Shoebill, look at this. You mean to tell me that this doesn't remind you of Draco? Look, I'm cool that we got another hybrid. My problem with GELIO is that it shouldn't be as powerful as it is. But that doesn't matter. It's not going to change anything, right? What I think is not going to change what's going to happen. I'm happy we got another hybrid. I've mentioned this to Blame several times, that I think he did an absolutely phenomenal job. I am not saying that this thing should be removed at all. I just think it doesn't deserve the stats that it has, but I understand that that's not going to happen. Yeah, AV's absolutely cooked. AV's cooked with this thing. Because the thing about Almedis is that it's slow. That's what saved Evanicus. And Evanicus is faster than this thing, luckily, because it can glide. But then people are gonna give the argument, oh, well, this thing is slower than Evanicus, so Evanicus deserves another nerf, which is insane. People just want Evanicus. People just want Evanicus literally to be just a bowler. That's all they want from it. Why should we nerf GELIO? Let it be OP, for game balance reasons, so that people can have fun. I totally get the whole like running around on servers and coasting people. I totally understand that like vibe and idea. But this game is also like a survival game, and you got to make sure that, you know, new players actually stand a chance at surviving in this game, because that's what scares most of the new players off, is being coased over and over and over and over and over again. Eventually, you get sick of it and you just stop playing the game. I like GELIO, to be honest. Like I said, GELIO is a great conceptually. I think it should have been smaller, and I think it should have been more in the water. That's what I said from the beginning when GELIO was conceptualized. If you guys go back and look at my videos, or if you guys were around whenever Blamson was doing the concepts, and I was talking in the stream with him whenever he was making GELIO, my concerns, I said them all, and I've stated them. My opinion has not swayed. Again, still think GELIO is a really cool creature, and I think Blamson did great. Speculative biology looks awesome. I love what he did. Absolutely love it. We got dragons from Avatar and DS. No, this is Otachi from Pacific Rim. This is from Pacific Rim. Not this is not a Banshee. I see what I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. If they want balance, Kaiju nerf its moistness to like 120, nerf its health to 1,100, and its damage to 95. But yeah, that's Adria. That is literally what I did. If you look a few minutes back, I totally did that. 110 health, 90 damage, and I couldn't. You know, you don't change the moistness, but I agree with those stats. And even then, I don't know. Even then, I'm still thinking it'd be pretty powerful. People say it'd be a Kaiju Archelon victim, but I'm pretty sure it's probably still faster than Kaiju Archelon. It just means that Kaiju Archelon would be able to counter something. 240 moistness, correct. Again, man, why do you guys make these weird statements? Okay, you're not that guy, Jake. You're not that guy. So shut up. You have no power here. Be quiet. You can tell me to cry all you want. I'm voicing my concerns. You are more than welcome to disagree with me. But if you're just gonna be like a rage baity kind of guy, I don't have to deal with you. Oh God. It seems like the people who are getting tilted are the ones who are the GELIO stans more than I am. Because at the end of the day, I have my private server. I have my friends to protect me. I don't really care. How much is Albino Terror worth? Oh, man. Albino Terror's up there, man. Like, Autumn, are you a new player? Is that why you're asking? Because if you're a new player, it's going to take you a while to get there. It is very possible, though. If you join the Dynamic Discord, I don't know how outdated our trading bot is, but we do have a trade bot that gives you, like values that so you can get better at trading. They're just kind of like it's kind of like a guideline of values. So go into the server. I think it's like, I'd have to look it up. It's like /price, and then you type in the name of something, and it'll give you a value, and just figure out what like one value of something is. Trade for like the lowest. And I've made videos. If you go into my videos, I've made videos about trading and stuff like that can help you a lot on your journey. So this guy's making alt accounts. Look, man, you can spam my streams all you want. I don't care. It makes no difference to me. You're just giving me more viewers, pushing me forward, so I don't care. Oh, God. It's okay. It happens, guys. I have plenty of haters. I'm used to it. It's okay. It really doesn't faze me. Mini copy. Mini copy. Chill out with the thank yous, please. Bro said get a job. Is hating on it. I do have a job. I just do this for fun. That's why this channel isn't monetized. This is purely for you guys. That's it. Like, at the moment. Please don't nerf it, I beg you. Well, play as it right now. Well, it's not nerfed. I'm hoping they nerf it, but who knows? Who knows? I know the stat team likes GELIO. I'm well aware of that, so it's very possible this thing could not get nerfed. And like I said, model's great. Cool concept. I genuinely love this. I think I would actually play as this thing. Actually, I would play this. I love flying creatures in games. And with the new flying update, I think this thing's going to be awesome. Did they nerf AV? They always are nerfing that thing, bro. I don't even know. I can't keep up with AV. I can't fight them. What's your job? That's a secret. I'm not going to tell you that because... Secret. I actually legally can't say it, but, you know. That's besides the point. Someone asked you how long to get... So, I'm not Bob. You can get... I did the calculations. You can get about 400k DNA per actual day. Like 24 hours. I did the calculations. It's like 440 per like 22.2 hours. Because every one of these daily missions on the side take 10 minutes to do. 10 to 11 minutes because these take like 5 minutes. This is like 1 second and this is 10 minutes. So it's always guaranteed to be 10 minutes no matter what. So if you just go through the list doing every single one of them, it's 3k and there's about 140 playables. 3k times 140, you know, times the amount of time that it takes, you know, 10 minutes per. It's about 440k. But it does take, you know, like 22 hours to do. So you could probably realistically, if you play for 8 hours, get like 100 to 200k. Delete glass beams a minute and replace it with water drinking. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the glass beam one. It's not impossible to do, especially if you go into like lower player servers, but then your passive DNA is lower. People want this thing nerfed. The reason why I say I want this thing to be nerfed is because GELIO itself is 100k. This skin, right now, is 37k, but it's 50k, right? Argent is 10k. Bowler is 300. Giga Titan is, what, 1,000? I could be wrong on some of these values. But, like, price doesn't necessarily dictate how powerful something's going to be. And things that are limited, locked behind limited, and are hard to get, being stupid powerful, isn't always super helpful for the game. And I also hate GELIO, so I am biased. So take everything what I say with, you know, a grain of salt, of course, right? My opinion as a content creator isn't that important. Don't put as much value on what I say as people who actually play this game on a regular basis and what the new players are actually saying. That's the bottom line, is what people, veterans who are playing this game consistently, and new players, those are the important opinions that you need to know. Me as a content creator, I'm going to have my opinions. I'm going to have what I want, what I like, you know, so... But there is some amount of merit to what I say. Have you gotten Pitch Coco? Not yet. You know what? You get my account, do it for me. Yeah, that's against the... I'm pretty sure that's against Roblox TOS. 1.6k HP Jelly... yeah. 1.6k HP AV. I agree. Certain dinos shouldn't be stronger than hybrids. I think that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, no. That is 100% like Rex. Or no, so Rex should be more powerful than a lot of the hybrids. Rex should be stupid powerful. 100% of the time. Without a doubt, Rex should always be strong. Should always. Without fail, have good range, be strong, and be good and playable. Always. Because I'm not sitting around for 10 hours grinding out an ugly skin, no offense. That's fair. And then GELIO, what's your favorite hybrid? Me? GELIO? I hate GELIO. GELIO is my least favorite hybrid. Got nothing good from the limited eggs. Hey, me neither. I opened some limited eggs. Got nothing good. I want a more bulkier Rex. Blamison, I think it was Blamison posted a picture of like a Rex mouth, so it's very possible we could get a Rex remodel. Rex could be 165 damage, 1780 HP, 20 armor, in better range. I don't know how good Rex is right now. I don't really use Rex. I kind of run around as like small things like Bowler and whatnot, because my combat days are behind me. I'll fight if I have to, but who made the kaiju model? I can tell you that right now. Let me look at the development channel. So the concept and model was made by Reef. Who's Reef? Is that one of the new devs? That might be one of the... Let me see. I think Reef might be one of the new devs. Maybe. Let me double check. Reef. View profile. I can't. Okay. That's made by Reef. Rex. Yeah, no 580. You got 580 was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Pteranodon is just the pinnacle of the ecosystem. I beat nearly Elder Alamedas in 10 seconds with JIT. If nobody pitched Coconut Brachio, it would have that much value. Demand players huge part. I think it's Albino, Mega, Big Kark remodel, and then we have Rex. Your favorite hybrid is still AV. My favorite hybrid will forever be AV. Forever be AV. Evanicus is forever my favorite hybrid. My second favorite is probably still Megavore. My third favorite is Alamedas, because I like pterosaurs. My favorite prehistoric creature is Pteranodon. Like, it's pterosaurs. I love pterosaurs. And then what else is Albino and Gelio are last. Those two are last. And then what do we... I guess Faso, then Albino, Gelio. Or no, Dolly. I forget Dolly. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Zer. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get beat up. So it would go Avanicus, Megavore, Alamedas, Dolichomelosaurus, Facilitherium, Albino Terror, and Gelio. That's my favorites in order. I need moisture. Like, look how long I didn't even pay attention, and I still have so much moisture. And to all you guys who are like, why is Albino Terror so low? I don't like Indominus Rex. And I'm sure that's a sin amongst, I'm sure that's a sin amongst, like, all, like, dinosaur lovers, like, Jurassic World. I don't like Albino. I don't like Albino. I don't like Indominus Rex. I felt like Indominus Rex was boring. That's just me. I totally respect people like Indominus. I think the artists who made Indominus did a great job on Indominus. Just don't like it. If you hate Terror, give it to me. No. I keep at least one of everything. Oh, dude, the Albino Terror model, absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely love V5. Still don't like Albino Terror, though. That's just me. I got like 6 hybrids. Yeah. Albino Terror V5 is great. Like, that thing is awesome. V4 was terrible and is one of the reasons why Albino Terror is so low. Is because V4's existence was a part of the game for way, way, way too long. And is still in the game for way too long. Megavore remodel, I don't know. Like, V3 and V4 Megavore are, like, kind of on the same level. Whenever V4 was initially teased, I didn't like it very much. But as I've played as it, it's kind of, like, grown on me. I still prefer the slim look of V3 over the bulky look of V4. They're both still amazing-looking Megavores. I'm just glad the veins are gone. I didn't like the veins. I'm glad that they didn't get added, because I felt like they were too kaiju-y for Megavore. Yeah, no, the swim animations are not great. I wish we still had the Moza tail on our current on V4. By the way, do you have any idea of the hitboxes better on Ala and Ala skins? I think that Berserk has the best hitbox, if I'm not mistaken. I did do some testing recently. Spoiler alert. Alamedas Meta Mysteries is coming, by the way. It's coming out, so did you get your Mega Plush? No, actually, I put in the wrong address, so I'm having to fight with Makeship right now to actually get it. So I actually still don't have it. And you are disgusting for using that. I'm going to hit you for that. I missed. No, so I still don't have my Makeship Megavore. I'm waiting to get it still. Yep. I would love to see some model edits to Megavore, but at the same time, we need something like Gallimimus to actually get some attention, so... Mega's idle animation also got worse. It doesn't go up on 2 claws anymore. I know, yeah. It's sad, but, you know, It's still a great model. No one willing you use... Dude, I've seen people use V4. People are like, I just prefer V4. And I'm like, look what evil V4 has done to us. Look what evil things that thing has, like, bestowed upon us. Yeah, no. So, whenever V4 got made, the veins on it, like I said, were crashing people's games, so they got removed, which, thank God, I didn't like them. Exactly, yeah. How is it able to swim with its tail? That's the thing about DS, is it's not super realistic. In my mind, the lore that I say that not necessarily true is that DS has a lower gravity than Earth. Like the planet of Dinosaur Simulator just has a lower gravity. If you think about it, it just makes sense. How like half the things can like actually function. So I mean, look at me jump. You mean to tell me that this place doesn't have lower gravity? Look at that. This thing cannot jump. But yeah, no, I totally agree. I get why they did the animations how they did. Like, it's supposed to be like a hippo. You guys ever... It's like, it turned from like an agile predator to like a hippo, which hippos are still stupid agile. But yeah, I'm just glad it doesn't have the veins. I still don't like the dorsal plates right here, like these pink ones. I don't like that. Because, again, it makes it feel too kaiju. If it's like, I feel like it's like, they just gave it Godzilla spines. And it's cool. But, you know, I liked Megavore being its own thing. Because yes, it was still technically Ultimasaur, and it still is technically Ultimasaur, but it was like really its own kind of version of it. And I know what people say is that Supernob's model was like amalgamation of like 10 different models and whatnot. That's fair. Totally get that. Totally understand that. And I understand why people don't like Supernob. But this thing's peak. I'm sorry. This thing's just peak. Like, this thing's just... I see this thing and it just makes me happy. Animation-wise, like, the swim animation, I gotta agree with you guys. Like, this stuff is just... Especially this swim. Oh, I love this. How it uses its claws. Like, obviously, it's dated nowadays. Like, this stuff is super dated. But you can't not like this, especially how it sits in the water, and this is peak. What are your thoughts on them ruining Megavore's G-Roar? Did they ruin it? Obviously not on this one. This one's perfect. V4 Mega reminds me of Grinnell. V4? Do you mean V3? Because that was V3 that I was just playing as. Let's look at this guy again. Let's see. Oh, well, they just changed. Okay, so call. Let's see the call. It's not perfect. I still think the V3 one is better, but, you know, it's fine. It's really quiet. Hold on, let me turn up the volume. Turn up the volume. Do that again. They just added more to it. We also just gotta remember that there's also nostalgia. How's it able to swim without... Well, dude, hippos. Dude, hippos exist. Dude, you know how fast hippos are? You got any idea? Try and outswim a hippo and tell me how it goes. Oh, wait, you won't because it'll eat you. Those things are stupid fast. Like, you think that something like this couldn't swim? I'm telling you it can. I mean, think about it. You and I don't have fins, right? Or tails, right? But we can still swim, right? I don't know about you guys. I can swim relatively fast. So something like this can still swim. And like I said, DS World has less gravity. I will forever stand by that thought process, that the DS World has less gravity. I am saying that into existence, that the planet of DS has less gravity. How else is a boat supposed to fly? Have you guys seen the Flying Dutchman? You mean to tell me that thing can fly? Yeah. Well, the good thing about DS and what I love about it is you can always use classic models forever and ever and ever. And it wasn't always like that, but glad it is. Don't hippos run in the water? They do, but they also swim. They kind of like bounce off the bottom of the water. Why are these always interesting streams when I decide to go to sleep early? It's 2 a.m. for me. Dang, man. For me, it's only like relatively late at night. It's not overnight. I don't do those overnight streams anymore. You gotta remember that these are American times. Sorry, hate to break it to you. I think both Mega V3 and V4. Yeah, that's the thing about it. Is unlike Albino Terror, V3 the current version and the previous version are great for Megavore, versus Albino Terror. They had an amazing version, and then they were on something whenever they made that V4, and then they got sober and made something amazing at V5. Right? I can't even use V4 like realistically. I hate V4 with every being of my fiber. Like this peak right here. This is peak, right? This is disgusting, and I hate this. This is awful and terrible and should never have been made. And it's terrible and so it serves to build, and I'm not gonna say serves did this because Supernob made like the base of it, and serves made it actually like not awful. He did a bunch of model edits to it and made it better, because I actually have a picture of what it used to look like before serves edited and like made this thing okay. The body's fine. The head is just, oh my, the head is actually, if you don't know, the head of the thing was actually made for a Hydra. And I have some pictures of the Hydra head somewhere. I don't remember where it's at, but there was a picture of it. It was a different color, and it was actually like something. It was made for something. If you ask me, that head was actually what's supposed to be Kaiju Giraffe, or not Kaiju Giraffe, but Kaiju Sword Poseidon, because it was for Hydra originally. There's no like, nobody's saying that's true, and I've never been told that that's true. My own headcanon telling me that's true, but like look at this. They go from this, like this awesomeness right here, this really cool awesome thing, and then they make twinkle toes over here, right? And then they turn around and they make this thing, which, beautiful. I'm so glad that we got the Colgate teeth back. Like, look at this thing. This is what V4 should have been. And I'm so glad that Albino Terror is not awful anymore. And this thing's roars are just so much better than V4's. Not better than the V3's, but they're still good. Because V4 sounds like a hissing cat. Shout out to Crimson Terror. Crimson Terror's alright. I'm not a huge fan of recolors. Recolors are just, like, people like it, and I have it. I just don't care for it. Crimson Terror solid. I'm kind of glad we didn't get a remodel of Galterra. Remodel did not look good. I'm glad we did not get the remodel for this thing. And this is the thing I never use. Never will. Never going to. Never have. Never will. Pitch V5 sounds like Arc Acro. Terrifying. That is true. Actually terrifying. Oh, man. I need to get my Metron back. I let somebody borrow my Metron. They never gave it back to me. This guy. I let Zer, the person who made Dolly, borrow my Metron. They have my Metron right now. They should. I don't know why they don't have their own Metron. They deserve a Metron. Noemi, if you see this, hook up my boy Zer with Metron, please. That's my homie. He deserves it. This thing's still terrible. If you could make a dino skin, for what would it be? Is that a real question? If that... Also, stop spamming. I will read your question, I promise. Stop spamming it. I would make Galactic Evanicus or Galactic Spino, which are two skin concepts I've already made. And Indo was a fan of Galactic Spino, but said that it was never going to be made. And I already told them that they have full permission. If they want to, they can make Galactic Spino based on my concept and make Gal AV based on my concept. I would love just some in-game credit, you know, just like concept made by Dino Inc., how they always have it in there. That's all I ask for. No money, nothing. Just, I love this game, and I would give them my concept, 100% of both of those things. I mean, if you don't want your Wraith, no, I'm keeping Wraith. I need it for Metabisteries. I have to keep him. That sphere doesn't glow on the map anymore. On throwback map parts, yeah. You have all the throwback hybrids? I do. Do you have any idea what pitch Coco could go for? I have no idea, honestly. The really, realistically, if it's good, it'll probably go for a good amount. But also, it's like, it's a classic model, so it's kind of up in the air, you know, about that. It just depends on how good it is, honestly, and how rare it is. To get Pitch Wraith, I either need to give away nearly all my inventory or sell my house. There's no point in getting Pitch Wraith or Wraith. What is it? Pitch Wraith Terror, or not, sorry, not Pitch. Regular Terror and Pitch Terror are better than Wraith Terrors at range, so there's no point in getting them. So, might as well just keep regular Pitch and just go on with your day. Unless you really like the Wraith Terrors. Lux, nope, you're wrong. I tested it yesterday. Once they get on top, well, you don't let them get on top of you then. That's not that hard not to let them on top of you. And that's with most things. Just don't let them get on top of you. That's not hard. And for the longest time, they got skyboxed like nobody's business. Back whenever the Halloween update dropped, they got skyboxed like nobody's business. I'm just saying for the general player base, really no reason to use them. Thank God they removed the ability. I agree to a certain extent. Like, if they ever add, like, a PvP mode map, I want Skynesting back for that. Yeah, it does make me happy not to, like, feel like I'm gonna get, like, dropped on my head by, like, 10,000 barrows. It is kind of nice. I miss the old Wraith model. I hate the developer who made them. That's not a secret. I'm not gonna blatantly, like, attack them or anything, but it's not a secret. So I'm not gonna go into the drama about it, but you know, there's reasons. I really hope flying and swimming update and is in April. I hate fighting on the air and water. I'm really happy that they're doing this update. You guys know I have been saying we need free flight and free glide, like you guys know I've been saying that for ages. I'm just happy it's happening, and thank you to Chicken Engineer for just like, this dude, I swear to God, is always innovating, like, in this game. Always. Like, he's, like, making changes constantly. And I swear to you, he listens. Like, people say that the developers don't listen. Chicken listens. He genuinely does. And he cares so much about this game. He listens. And I know he does. I know he does. So, you know, genuinely, you know, if Chicken ever sees the stream, which he probably won't, thank you. You were actually just a godsend of a developer. Probably one of the best developers I have ever met. And I've met quite a few of them. Genuinely, one of the nicest people I've ever met. Genuinely cares about his game. Not a bad thing to say about this man. But if we do not get the chicken nugget skins on April 1st, that statement will change. That statement will change. I will be the D1 Chicken Engineer hater if we don't get the chicken nugget skins. But yes, he literally puts his heart into the game. I love this guy. Literally. Most amazing developer I've ever met. Genuinely. Genuinely. You think they'll remodel Galactic skins soon? Probably not anytime soon. But we are getting more classic maps on Monday. I didn't stream on the classic map whenever it got added because it's just this map, but classicified. It's literally just this map, but classic. So I was like, I didn't care for it. I didn't like it. I didn't feel like it was not to be rude to like the developers who work on the maps, I just didn't feel like it was important enough to stream. I kind of want, like, if we get like Grinnell, Gallus, or like genuinely like a good classic map back, I'll stream it. But the one we just got, I'm just like, I don't main map. However, that's a good map. I did stream during the I think I streamed when main map came back. I did. Chicken, Sir Blamison, all of the other devs have done crazy amount of work for the past 1.5 years. Yeah, dude, Blamison, that man, I wish, not only do I wish I had his talents, I wish I had his drive, dude. He is one of the most driven people I have ever. This dude puts, like, if Blamison sets his mind to something, he does it. Like, he will do it. That guy is destined for great things, and I hope that everything that he has ever wanted in his life happens for him, because he truly deserves it. That man is immaculate. Genuinely. I mean that 100%. That guy sets his mind to something, he will get it. Bro is the Eminem of Dinosim development. He is the Eminem of Roblox development. Dude, like, he is willing to constructive criticism, and I've said some stupid things in the past, and Blamison has kind of just shrugged it off. Hey, super nice guy. Genuinely love him. Awesome guy. Hothead Megabore, also a super great dev. Super funny, super friendly. Like, and, like, nothing, like, you guys probably wouldn't know this, like, but in the past, they were part of this thing called the Dinosim Amino. And I remember this was back before Dino Inc. was even a thing. I messaged them on Amino. I was like, hey, my account got, or I've been banned from the Discord for like a few years. You know, I haven't been able to get back in. And, you know, they responded to me and everything. They were super helpful. And that's crazy coming from a developer, especially back then. Hothead Megabore has always been great. And, you know, I'm kind of biased about Norsel. You know, that's my homegirl. I've known her for way longer than she's been a developer. We met on Dinosaur Simulator, so I can say, like, so many good things about the devs. Great people. Great people. GELIO, I hate it. I can say every bad thing about GELIO under the sun. Dev's great, though. GELIO, evil. What happened to Hothead? I haven't heard of her in a while. Type 5. That's who Hothead is. Type 5. Type 5 and Hothead are the same person. So, the Type 1 model that you see, the spider, and the Type 5 Devasaur, that's both Hothead. I just call them Hothead because that's what I'm used to. Same person, though. Type 5. This thing. Type 5. Same person. Dinosim is one of those games you can't hate. That's true. I love this game. I critique this game a lot. And sometimes people will, like, say that I'm a complainer, say that I hate this game, or I promise you, every critique I make about this game is because I care. That's why I critique this game, and why I'm so hard on it, and why I'm so hard on the developers. It's because how much I care about this, and I want this to be good. I wish this game had more players. I do too. I genuinely do, but we still get, like, what, 1.7k? How many do we have right now? Let me look at the About page. Yeah, 1.6k. Not bad. It's better than it has been in the past. So, it does deserve 5k active players. I'm hoping after the Flight update and the Swim update that we're going to get more players. Because right now, Flight feels like crap. Like, no offense to, like, the previous system. And it's an updated version of the Flight system. But this feels like crap. And it's boring. Can I post the private server link? I can. I'm not going to be on it for very much longer, but I can post the link again. I'm going to try and see if I can't edit the Meta Mysteries episode, the Alamedas one for you guys, because I'm sure you guys want to know. But, was Fear controversial? I don't think so. I don't think Fear was ever controversial. Fear went off to make, AOK 2, which AOK 2 is actually such a good game. It's the problem with the AOK 2, I'd play it more, it's just not my type of game. That's the thing about it. That's it. It's just not my type of game, but it is really just a great game. How many of the OG devs are left? So Serves is still around. I don't think he works on AOK too though. Hothead is still around, obviously Chicken. Uh, I don't know. Would you consider Blamison an OG div? I mean, yeah, I feel like I guess Blamison's kind of an OG div. A lot of them are still like most of them are still friends. Like most of them are still like friendly with each other. So just not all of them still work on the game. There's just a lot of like the older developers for like whenever the game was blocky just aren't really there, but that, you know, they just moved on with their lives. But most people are still friendly with DS. There's been some like controversial things that have gone on with DS, but you know, you live and you learn. It happens. Yeah, Fear fan. Yeah. Never put the look, man. I feel like that was pretty. You know what? I'm not gonna give you crap for that. I'm not gonna give you crap for that, but you know, um, but anyways, guys, we've pretty much covered everything. Think this thing should be nerfed. 110 damage or 110 HP or 1100 health, 90 damage, like 100 moisture, maybe 50. Personally, think it should be 50. Evanicus needs a buff. That's kind of just a constant in the universe of the universe we live in. That's the one constant that we can always rely on. The one, if you ever need something to be like constant in your life, Evanicus needing a buff. That's constant. But anyways, guys, this skin 37k right now, going limited 4/11. April Fool's coming up soon, so maybe we'll get some skins. Maybe we'll get the chicken nugget skins. I'm gonna see if I can slap a video out before April 1st so that I can maybe get Chicken's eye and so that he'll remember, because he might just not remember about the chicken nugget skins. It happens. Crossing my fingers that we still have the chicken nugget skins. I've been saying it a lot, so hopefully he's seen it. And hopefully he just remembered. But 4/11, this thing's going limited, going tradable. The 31st is when the classic event, throwback event ends. And after that, although I believe the skins are going limited. But anyways, guys, that's all for today's video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!